Hey everyone, Trent here from School of Trade, and today we're going to be taking a look at a long trade here on the gold. Now this is a big boy here, looking for a last chance wave back up to the upside. First target coming off at 56.4, big move that we're expecting here. Final target coming off at 58.8, let's go to 58.5, give that a little bit of a front run, but everything looking really strong on this trade. We've got a beautiful move setting up in front of us. We've got an awesome pullback. Last chance. The overall definition of a last chance, that's for sure. Final candle in that trigger zone reverses back out. So that gave us the cue to hop in long. So we're long right now, 52.9, looking to the upside, and just looking to get that move back up to the high. So the first target coming off at 56.4, that's the big objective. Now this is a big move that we're looking for here. So that 56.4, that's going to lock in 35 ticks by itself. Now, if we can get through those highs, and that's the big thing with these last chance waves, a lot of times you get that first target relatively easily, but you don't get the follow through because it's such a deep pullback. In this case, if we do break through the highs and we're looking for a final target at 58.5, that's 56 more ticks. Now, just by itself, just the 56 ticks, that's 112 alone, let alone the other two at 35. So that's 182 ticks possible on this move with only 4 contracts, and we're only risking 10 ticks. So, in terms of risk reward, we're way through the ceiling in terms of that. So everything looking really good to the upside. Got the perfect opportunity to hop in. Just got to wait for this one to work out. Now, again, this is a relatively big move that we're looking for, so it may take a little bit of time for it to really start kicking off, but really beautiful looking last chance wave. Everything's setting up really strong, so we just got to sit on hands, wait for this thing to go. So first target, 56.4. All right, seeing those buyers, wow, look at that. We just got that target filled. Beautiful move to the upside there. Very fast little spike that happened, but now we're catching that little bit of a bounce off that level, kind of expected. Now, we can go with our break-even stop, so that part's perfectly fine. We're more than far enough away from that to feel safe. So stops at break-even at 53 flat. We're going to go in plus a tick just to lock out any of the risk here. Outside of that, we got that first target filled with relative ease. Very nice push to the upside. We did break through that last swing higher here at 56.4, which is a good sign. Didn't really get much closing above it, but looking still pretty strong. The buyers are coming in on this thing pretty heavy. The big objective that we're looking for is a break of this 57.1, that last big swing high back here. If we can break that one, then we should be more than clear to take off to the upside and get that final target. But it's just a matter of actually breaking that level. That's going to be the big key. Now, again, with these types of trades, it can be common for a last chance because it's such a deep pullback. It could also be a sign of weakness where they may just turn around and come all the way back. So if there are some signs of them holding this level here at 56.4, it might not be a bad idea to just get out a little bit early. So aggressive stops can be on the table. Now, the overall stop movement, you could try to trail underneath this cloud that's forming here. You could also go for a little bit of a slower approach underneath the BMT. Whichever way you go, it definitely is a good option. But in this case right now, just kind of waiting for the trade to play out. I'll wait until it gives me a sign that something's not right or that it's starting to turn around, and then we'll hop out there. But for right now, everything's looking pretty strong. So just waiting for that continued push up, looking for 58.5 as a final target, and we'll lock in 56 more ticks times 2 off at that level. So it'll be a really nice big winner if we can bag that one. So we'll be back in a little bit, see if we can get that final target. All right, they're looking a little bit weak right here. They're having a really hard time getting through this 56.4 level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little more aggressive on my stop, and we're just going to go underneath this cloud a little bit here, and we're going to lock in what we can on the move. We've already got a good chunk of profit locked in. I don't want to give any of this back, and on top of that, we're starting to see a little bit of weakness here, so we don't want to play around with that, especially if they turn down off of this. Honestly, if they break this low at 55.4, I'll be a little bit less interested, but at the same time, I don't want to choke the trade out. If it goes down 1 tick underneath that level and then goes ripping higher, you know how that goes. We've all been there. So I do want to give it a little bit of room here. But, that is an option just to go underneath this level. If you are going to go underneath this level, give it a big buffer. You don't want to go smack under that level. We're going to stay with this cloud, though. We're going to keep going up with this cloud, see if we can hold into this move. It's still looking pretty strong, but the fact that they haven't broken these highs yet at 57.1, and it's still getting really hung up around this level at 56.3, makes me a little bit concerned. So I need to see this thing come, get out of this area, and then we'll feel a little bit better. But now that we've locked into the cloud, we'll just stay with the cloud, and we'll trail on the way up with it if it wants to go. So we're seeing that movement, and now we're back up to those highs. So we're breaking those highs, and that's what we wanted to see. Big concept here is really you want to avoid any type of weakness, especially after this deep of a pullback. We don't want to see that come back on us and say, oh, well, that was actually just weakness, right? We don't want that to happen. So we're looking strong to the upside and just looking for, oh, yeah, there we go. So we came one tick away from our target, and this is an option that you do have. You could lock your stop in right at this. Well, I guess we don't have to. Okay. Nice, fast little movement there that got us out of our target. But I was going to say, when you come one tick away from your target, you're more than able to lock your stop in where you can and just give it a couple tick buffer again. But you don't want to give any of that profit back after that point. In this case, we got our target filled and then some. That thing went ripping through there. So big conviction there from the buyers. Beautiful move to the upside. Everything looking really good. So overall, locked in a huge winner on this one. We locked in 182 ticks, $1,820. You only risk $400 on the trade. So beautiful movement. Exactly what we were looking for on that last chance wave, and it reacted just like we thought it would. Awesome move. So that's going to be the trade on gold. If you have any questions about it, send an email to our support team at School of Trade. Don't forget to check out our trial at schooloftrade.com. And as always, we'll catch you next time.